If your hope is in the boat or the thing that is carrying you, you will always be subject to despair. And in this shift, I see Paul, he starts with the reason. It's hard to know the reason sometimes. It really is. And it can be a trap to try to calculate the reason that you're in a painful situation. It can be a trap to try to sort out, is this something God is doing in my life and I should embrace it? Is this something that the enemy is doing in my life and I should rebuke it? It can be challenging to know unless you have a theology of God that finds its crux in texts like Romans 8:28. Because once you believe that all things work together for the good of them that love him and are called according to his purpose, it doesn't matter whose hand it starts from. Because even if the storm started by the hand of my enemy, it has to pass through the hand of my God before it gets to me. So by the time he finishes with this, no matter who started it, it will serve a purpose in my life. That felt good to me to say that, because it takes the burden off of me to have to understand the reason for it. And yet we waste all of our time and our energy and our brain cells trying to figure out, why am I going through what I'm going through? Why is it so hard for me? Why did they reject me? Why do people keep looking at me like that? Why do people keep overlooking me? Why do they get the opportunity and not me? But if I understand that it passed through his hand, I don't live by reason, I live by revelation. And this is the important shift in Acts chapter 27, is that Paul moves from reason to revelation. The most important moment of your life is the moment you shift from living by reason to living by revelation. Did you see it in the text? I want to call you back to it. It's beautiful how he says, if you would have taken my advice, this wouldn't have happened. Reason. But now, keep up your courage, because the God to whom I belong and whom I serve appeared to me. That's revelation. If I stay in reason, I will stay confused. If I stay in reason, I will stay stuck. If I stay in reason, I will stay in resentment. But if I shift to revelation, I understand that every storm in my life is a stage for me to know that he is Lord of the storm. And when he speaks to it, it has already been warned that it must stop when his voice echoes forth. So Paul says, now keep up your hope, but not in the boat. Not in the situation, in the revelation. And not only does that rhyme, have you noticed how much preachers love to rhyme stuff? It is so powerful for when you have run out of reasons. And why did it happen? It shifts from why to who. I don't always know why. And honestly, it's a waste of my time to always try to figure that out. But when Paul makes the shift and says, we're going to make it, the boat isn't, and we have to run aground on some island, he guarantees the survival of what's important, even at the expense of what seemed to be necessary.